On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
At their own 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Mahomes. And his first pass is incomplete. You look at the defense for these Texans. They were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Rashee Rice. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
Here we go, let's go. 11. 11.
Stroud looking to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Robin.
Play action. Stroud now steps away. He'll let this go deep for Collins. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to get it back here just past the 35. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
He'll get this into the hands of Stevenson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Well, we got a pause here for an injured player, and as you can see, That's Patrick Mahomes right now who's in some discomfort, and everybody kind of holding their breath.
Well, this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long.
Operating from the gun, Kim. That ball caught. It's Rice.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Kim now from the gun on third down. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick six.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick sixes and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and, yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
On first down, they go back to Pacheco. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Here's Pacheco once again. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Slot man moves right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, part of why that play works is because the defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout. And that indecision defensively, boy, it hurt him in a big way.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 14-7. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And they're going to
to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 5. A first carry here for Joe Mixon.
And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
All right. Hey, uno. Hey.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 42-yard line.
Whoa. Hey, south.
Stroud to throw it.
Over the middle, complete. It's Hopkins. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
Chiefs 14, Texans 7.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and a yard.
All right.
Mixon will try the right side. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
The Texans sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
As Stroud now to throw.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
On the quick, right?
Now Stroud. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Here we go.
At the 6-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Jonathan Greenard running in to pick up the sack.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
He'll complete this one to Collins.
And he is going to lose yardage here. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal.
Robbie.
Throwing now is Stroud.
That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, a 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Texans are an extra point away from drawing level.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 41-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41. Mahomes going to throw.
Open man downfield is Ridley.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Mahomes now to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Daniil Hunter make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have moved out in front.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground. And he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Look the hot, look the hot. Here we go. Hey.
That's complete. It's Collins. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
2nd and 7. Stroud.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get up.
There he goes, right side.
Inside the 20.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Chiefs would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead now up to 14.
Texans 14.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, they'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Stroud sets up the play action. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Final play of the half, Stroud.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
All right.
A final shot before break.
Stroud trying to stretch the field with Schultz. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe
they intercept Stroud again, the third time in this game.
Picked off by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Chiefs are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. This one caught by Ridley. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
He'll check this one down to Pacheco.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
Now here's Mahomes. And it's caught. Touchdown. Travis Kelce with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Chiefs have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Butker on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Texans 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field.
Here we go.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
On the quick, right?
Here's Stroud.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
Jonathan Grenard
Able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
And that's his second sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the third quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
Caught left side Hopkins. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You can see and feel the disappointment on that one because you saw some guys on the sidelines jumping up going, oh, no. Looked like they had that one set up well on 3rd down, but you got to give yourself time to get rid of the football.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will stay a 3-touchdown game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
That is incomplete.
And absolutely zero surprise that one was incomplete, huh? I mean, truthfully, how many OCs have we seen with 3rd and 20 on their play sheet and go, oh, I've got the exact play to dial up?
No, that's just a head scratching down when you're facing a 3rd and 20. Tried to complete it, couldn't get it done. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Look the hot, look the hot.
Stroud looking to throw. On a slant, here's Collins.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
First down. First and 10. 28-yard line.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus And indeed, he gets enough for the first.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to settle them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Stroud under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jonathan Grenard in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both 1st and 2nd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Play action. Stroud now. He's got his target. That's complete. Through the middle of the field. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, and he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas. Toss right side to Pacheco. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from him.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down of the sack. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he finds his running back open downfield, and he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Will Anderson, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. This is caught at the 20. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A gain there of 30 big ones.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
Yellow. 43.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Yellow.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They go play fake. Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. Now this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10. As Stroud now to throw.
I think the defenders have to feel pretty good, even though the ball was tipped in the air and could have become a big play for the offense. They actually won one because the guy flinging it today, he's having quite the performance. Couple of touchdown passes, almost threw his first interception, but he's throwing it so well that I think Lady Luck was on his side.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1.
Okay. Red.
Now Stroud. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, unit.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Reed.
And the Chiefs will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Brought down on the play by the linebacker, Christian Harris.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Mahomes going to throw it here. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Christian Harris getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
They toss it to Pacheco.
And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Throwing now is Mahomes. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
This is 1st and 10.
Already.
Here's Stroud.
That's complete. It's Collins. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Well, they need to score and score quick. 1 timeout remaining. Final minute. 1st and 10. Stroud.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
And they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
Stroud to throw it. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is.
27.
So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And the Chiefs have got it. And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield. And the Texans scoop it, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Now Stroud. Now that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Stroud looks to throw. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Stroud back to throw. He'll let this go deep for Collins. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure